Wait till they get a load of me.
Hello, world! In this episode, I'm going to review Batman 1989. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on my video.
Nothing's ever as it seems. My time is coming, it's too late now to rewind. So let it go and open up your mind.
Hello, world! I'm Chris Maitini, aka Mr. FLIXTER. Mr. FLIXTER. I recently revisited Batman as part of my celebration of the Dark Knight cinematic legacy. Something I began back in 2022 when The Batman came out. So, I'm just finishing what I started when I began my channel. Better late than never. Well. Hello, world. This is Ursula. Why chase criminals when you could be one? It's more fun. Ho ho ho. This version of the Caped Crusader redefined the superhero genre, introducing a darker, stylized tone that helps shape Batman's modern identity. This spoiler review explores what works, what doesn't, and why it still casts a long shadow over superhero cinema. Batman debuted in 1939 in Detective Comics issue number 27, created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. Though for decades, Kane received sole credit. Kane has cited inspiration from Zorro and Sherlock Holmes, while Finger shaped Batman's visual identity, including the cape, the cowl, the blank eye holes, and created the Bruce Wayne alter ego, as well as penning the first Batman story. Kane actually worked as a consultant on the film, too.
If you're a criminal, if you give him a minute, he'll change your mind. If you give him a utility belt, he can change your life.
Directed by Tim Burton, he gives Gotham City the Gothic Art Deco makeover. Everything from the set designs to the costumes are impeccable. The models and the matte paintings used for the city, even for today's standards, are seriously impressive. The dramatic upwards and downward angles add scope to the massive cityscape. The Batsuit was designed by Bob Ringwood, who designed the illustrations, and Vin Burnham, who crafted the final sculpt. The cowl was constructed with sculpted seams glued and bolted down over the cape. This made it nearly impossible for Michael Keaton to turn his head without damaging it. Due to the restrictions of the suit, Keaton had a tendency to make sharp twists with his shoulders to change direction. Blatant attempts to turn his neck too far would leave unflattering gaps in the cheeks, which typically avoided. This movement became referred to as the bat turn. Keaton often reported feeling a bit claustrophobic while he was in the suit. However, he used that feeling to put himself in the Batman-like mood, and that sentiment has been repeated by other Batman actors. I'm looking at you, Christian Bale.
What's the difference between you and me?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
The chest emblem was changed to have 2 points emerging from the bottom center tail of the symbol, breaking from tradition. The 2 points emerging sideways from the bottom center are considered unique. Batman's boots in the film ended up being made by Nike shoes. The boots that they shipped to them were an all-black version of the Air Trainer 3s, with the Nike check logo in bright yellow, which the production team painted over with black. If you look really closely at the boots, you have to pause the movie and look closely, but you can see the check symbol. Did you see it?
The only thing darker than his suit are his coping mechanisms.
The Joker's wardrobe evolved into a flamboyant mix of purple, turquoise, orange, and green, reflecting his chaotic personality. His fedora, trenchcoat, gloves, and shoes were changed to purple. The rest of the cast dons classic clothing from the 40s and 50s, matching the aesthetic of the city. The men wore boxy padded shoulder suits with wide-legged trousers and utilitarian coats, while the women wore tailor-made dresses with square shoulders and knee-high pleated skirts, giving their look a timeless quality. Unlike the campy 60s version, this film embraced the darker tone without losing sight of its comic book roots. I love the way Batman is introduced in the beginning.
I heard the bat got him.
The bat? Oh, man, give me a break, will you?
On the roof, there's 2 criminals talking about whether or not Batman exists.
We're getting out of here, man.
Hey, shut up, man. Listen to me. There ain't no bat.
This is the first time the iconic line, "I'm Batman," is uttered.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
And many more actors after this will mimic this, because of the way Michael Keaton did it.
I never had to say I'm Batman. I showed up, people knew I was Batman.
The film is full of iconic imagery. What Burton does best is the art of showing, not telling. Characters often have long conversations, but the body language breathes more subtext into the scenes than dumping huge monologues with expanded exposition. Written by Sam Hum and Warren Scarvin, sorry if I butchered that, several liberties were taken when it comes to the origin story. The biggest being Joker murdering Thomas and Martha Wayne. In the comic books, the killer was Joe Chill. The script was influenced by Alan Moore and Brian Bullard's The Killing Joke, and Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. The film was also inspired by the Red Hood origin, but the story swaps him out for the Joker. I never liked how Joker killed Batman's parents in this movie. I get what they're going for, how they both created each other, but the way the narrative sets it up, so late in the movie, there's no mystery, therefore it just feels kind of random. It doesn't have any emotional resonance. If Bruce Wayne had been trying to find his parents' killers the whole time, and then this big reveal happened, it would have meant more. Speaking of the story structure, it's clunky at best. The film prioritizes stylistic elements and character quirks over narrative coherence, leading to a simple plot that feels underdeveloped, lacking a compelling protagonist, and includes extraneous scenes that don't really fit the overall story. Instead of a tightly woven plot, certain events and character choices can seem arbitrary or added for shock value, creating a narrative that feels disjointed. Batman isn't even the main character in his movie. This is Joker's movie.
Love that Joker.
It makes it difficult to connect with Batman's story on an emotional level. There's no emotional growth. There's no character growth. The film's main focus on its unique visuals and atmosphere, combined with a simple heroic narrative, make the plot feel rushed and sometimes nonsensical. As if certain moments were added for aesthetic effect rather to advance the story forward. The score by Danny Elfman is simply iconic, and would later be used in the popular animated 90s TV series. His music has become the definitive anthem for the Caped Crusader because of this movie.
Hello, world! It's now a film critic extraordinaire. So, why is Batman always so serious? Because he's no Joker.
Michael Keaton is Bruce Wayne / Batman.
You wanna get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
He's the best in the role, in my opinion. As Bruce Wayne, he's comically aloof, yet charming. As Batman, he's a fearsome force to be reckoned with. It was his idea to lower the register of his voice when in the costume.
Let me tell you about this guy I know, Jack. I'm Batman.
This was also mimicked by every other Batman after this. Again, I'm looking at you, Christian Bale.
I'm Batman.
Jack Nicholson is Jack Napier / the Joker.
I like him already.
It's well documented that he had strict stipulations, like how he would get top billing, a portion of this film's earnings, and earnings from its sequel, merchandise, and his own personal shooting schedule that would fit his personal needs. I love his delivery of iconic lines, like this one.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
And this.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses on, would you? Huh?
And of course this.
Wait till they get a load of me.
His performance has left an indelible mark on pop culture. Much how, like his character, puts his personal flair on the art museum exhibits in that famous scene. He was born to play Joker. You can even see precursors for his performance in this film and other films, like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and The Shining. In Cuckoo's Nest, his McMurphy character gave him the foundation of a charismatic rebel who challenges authority with his wit and defiance. Shining's Torrance character added psychological terror, theatrical madness, and unpredictability. Together, they formed the template that allowed Nicholson to craft the Joker, who was a funny, frightening, and unforgettable, formidable foe. He's manic, theatrical, and hysterical, yet has chillingly dark charisma, menace, and psychological volatility when required. He'll give you a fear of clowns if you don't already have it. My biggest issue with this version of the Joker is that he feels more by ego, not just the fact that he's clinically insane. Well, this Joker is clearly mentally unstable. He craves recognition, worship, and legacy. His insanity gives him the freedom to do this, but his ego is his motivation. He's not just mad. He's convinced of his brilliance. And that makes him dangerous.
I am the world's first fully functioning homicidal artist.
So the Joker wants chaos, eh? Well, Gotham already has public transit, so mission accomplished.
Kim Basinger is Vicky Vale, an investigative journalist following leads about a mass vigilante targeting Gotham City criminals. I think she's miscast.
It doesn't have to be a perfect world.
She has no chemistry with Keaton.
I just gotta know, are we gonna try to love each other?
I'd like to. But he's out there right now. And I've got to go to work.
Their relationship is not romantic. Think about it. It feels more like a tug of war than a genuine romance. Wayne has a one-night stand with her and immediately ghosts her afterwards. When the Joker shows interest, he gets insanely jealous and therefore becomes possessive of her. That's not romantic. That's not a love story. Side note, Vicky Vale doesn't even know who Bruce Wayne is when she's at the party that she was invited to at his house.
Could you tell me which of these guys is Bruce Wayne?
Well, I'm not sure.
Being an investigative photographic journalist, wouldn't she know what he looks like? Pat Hingle is Commissioner Gordon. He has such a minimal role that he's barely a character. He and Batman don't even have the relationship that we know today. Billy D. Williams is the District Attorney Harvey Dent, in a brief but memorable role. I'm still curious to this day how his Two-Face would have turned out if Tim Burton did Batman 3. Michael Gough is Alfred Pennyworth, the kind-hearted butler and moral compass for Batman, offering guidance while assisting in his nightly endeavors. He's the definitive Alfred, in my opinion. Jack Palance is Carl Grissom, a big city gangster who hired Napier, but later puts a hit on him to have him killed. This leads to the iconic Joker reveal scene, where he exacts his revenge with more lunacy than Acme can market.
What a day.
This is hands down my favorite Batmobile too. None of the others come close. Like, at all. No. This one. Yeah.
Get in the car.
Which one?
Awesome. It was designed by Julian Caldwell and Anton Furst, with illustrations by Furst and conceptual design by Caldo. The body was sculpted by Keith Short. Its design drew inspiration from war machines, military tanks, and 1930s salt flat racers, as well as the 1950s Stingray muscle cars, creating a powerful, dark aesthetic. The car features a turbine-powered jet engine, powerful Chevy V8 engine, and iconic gadgets like machine guns and the grappling hook, built on the 1967 Chevrolet Impala chassis. I love the inclusion of the Batwing, too.
He stole my balloons! Why didn't somebody tell me that he had one of those things?
It was designed by Anton Furst and Julian Caldo as well, and was constructed by John Evans' special effects team at Pinewood Studios. 5 models were created, with one being full scale. It was specifically designed to look like the Bat emblem. My favorite shot of the film is the moon silhouette scene. Overall, as much as I love this movie, it hasn't aged well. However, the legacy is undeniable. It was a critical and financial success with a huge cultural impact. It was made on a budget of $48 million. At the time, it made $411.6 million at the box office. Wow! Arguably, this film is the blueprint for all the subsequent sequels and animated TV shows, plus the assorted remakes and reboots that came after. Now looking at you, Christian Bale.
This city just showed you that it's full of people ready to believe in good.
On top of that, it single-handedly paved the way for superhero films today. It showed they could be taken seriously, with a darker aesthetic. As a defining film of my childhood, Batman '89 sparked my love for the Dark Knight and the world he protects. I started reading the comics after I saw this movie. It sparked the interest. I just had to know more. He's my second favorite superhero, only behind Spider-Man. As strong as my nostalgia is, I'm well aware of the faults. The biggest issues are the story structure, underdevelopment of Batman's character, and the characterization of Joker. This ego-driven Joker contrasts sharply with Batman's quieter internal struggle, which is all about legacy without recognition, emphasizing their philosophical divide. I just wish they punctuated that more by developing Batman more, and having Joker more driven by his insanity instead of his ego. I still highly recommend this film. It's far from perfect, but its impact is undeniable. If you love Batman, this is essential viewing. While its flaws are more apparent now as an adult, its legacy remains undeniable. This isn't just a film. It's a cultural milestone. It's a flawed masterpiece that changed superhero cinema forever. So, my official grade for Batman '89 is a large popcorn.
Well. For a city called Gotham, this is false advertising. I see no ham. It's not got ham, Subi. It's Gotham. Now, where's that Wascary Joker? Let me at him. Let me at him. So he has the ham. There's no ham. This is an outrage.
And remember, Nicholson ultimately did get the last laugh after all.
What a day.
If you like what you see here and you want to see more, I'll leave links for my other Batman videos below.
Did you know that I'm a film critic for HorrorBuzz.com? You can read my reviews on their website, and I make frequent appearances on their YouTube channel, HorrorBuzz Live. So I'll leave links below for that too.
You ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?